The Spherical Chain Chomp is back with another game featuring a spherical object, and that game is Blockout Breakdown for your Odyssey 2. So let's go ahead and take Blockout Breakdown. Let's pop it in my Odyssey 2 and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Blockout Breakdown was published by Magnavox and carries a copyright year of 1980. According to MobyGames.com, it was programmed by Odyssey 2 super programmer Ed Everett, who programmed over half of the Odyssey 2 library, including the great Pickaxe Pete, which I reviewed in episode 594. I'll put a link to that review in the description below. The back of the box says the following: Blockout. You have 90 seconds to break through a fourth dimensional barricade, but you have to outwit electronic demons who have the power to stop you cold. Breakdown. You have 1 minute to bust all the blocks on the screen, but you better be quick, because electronic demons keep putting them back. Challenge another player, or just try to beat the computer. You can even watch the computer play itself. On-screen digital scoring and timing, full sync sound action. Blockout Breakdown is a pair of breakout-style games for 1 or 2 players with 1 standard mode of difficulty. In both games, you and your opponent take turns going on the offensive, controlling the paddle, and going on the defensive, controlling the electronic demons on top. Controlling the paddle is fairly basic, using the joystick to move left and right, and using the button to start a ball when one is not in play. Controlling the electronic demons is a bit more complicated. The little guys can replace empty blocks by touching either side, which will make them flash, and then touching one empty space, then repeating the process for extra empty spaces. However, you have 4 guys to control. To move the guy in the bottom row left and right, you use diagonal down and left and right on your controller. To move the next guy up, you just press left or right on the joystick. To move the next guy above him, you use the upper diagonal directions. And to move the guy on the top row, you hold down the button while pressing left and right on the joystick. This is very cumbersome. If an electronic demon falls from an empty space, he will be replaced after a short timeout. In Blockout, the player controlling the paddle has 90 seconds to hit the top of the screen with the ball. After his turn is up, the computer or the other opponent will take a turn. The goal is to be the fastest player to hit the top. Breakdown controls the same, but rounds only last 60 seconds, and now the ball goes through the bricks instead of rebounding off of them. The goal is to be the player who clears the most blocks from the screen in a single round. Both the graphics and the sound in the game are fairly basic, even by Odyssey 2 standards. Family-friendly wise, there might be some people who are uncomfortable controlling quote-unquote demons. However, these demons don't seem to be the spiritual type, but rather more like just electronical nuisances. The game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if it was released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $5 loose, $11 complete, and $23 new. So what did I think of Blockout Breakdown? Overall, not much. Controlling the paddle works well considering you're using a joystick instead of a paddle controller, but controlling the electronic demons is a pain. Using diagonals to go straight left or right just doesn't work well, and it's very easy to get mixed up trying to switch in between them. To make matters worse, the computer is a very skilled opponent who almost never makes a mistake, making it feel like you're playing against a pro with one hand tied behind your back. Simply beating the computer felt like a big accomplishment, but not necessarily a fun one. I could see this being better served as a 2-player game since both players would be hampered by the control setup, but as a single-player game, which is how I rank the games, this one is going to get a pass from me. So where am I going to rank Blockout Breakdown? As you could probably guess, really low. I will give it a slight edge over the very shallow Out of This World and Helicopter Rescue, but that's it. So out of the 6 games I've now ranked for the Odyssey 2, Blockout Breakdown is debuting at the 5 position. Blockout Breakdown has an interesting setup, but is let down by its cumbersome controls. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. Click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. And sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer, just like Ambrosine D did, to support the show and gain access to exclusive perks. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and remember, electronic demons are very hard to control.